guys, it's Tori from Tori J. Jones, and this episode will be Chic Conversations. As you know, I started this journey of Chic Conversations, and I'm so excited to bring in, we're going to talk about everything on this show. Everything from fashion to, faith, events, travel, whatever, your boyfriend, your husband, all of the above. We're definitely going to talk about it here. And so this show is going to be all about sustainability. And I have an amazing girl here, lady here, and she was one of the first people I thought about when I thought about this topic. So, but again, this is all about sustainability. And without further ado, thank you for coming, Ms. Shara. Okay, so let's see. Let me see. What do we want to go? How do we meet? Do you remember?
We met at the fashion show from Foster Beauty.
Yes.
I'm trying to think the exact moment. I know. Oh, actually, I know. I saw you first, and I was just so nervous. I wanted to talk to you. I was like, I gotta talk to her. I knew you were dressed and you had the camera on you. I'm like, that's a blogger right there. She's serious about her business. And I was just trying to get the gumption. I'm like, you have to talk to her. And I was just awed. I just started watching you. And then I followed you.
Aww.
And then I saw somebody at a pop-up shop, and I thought it was you. And I came up to her and I tried to talk to her.
Yes.
I was like, I've been following you for a while. And she was like, I don't think you have. And I was looking back, I was like, that's not her. So then something else happened with Foster Beauty, and I think...
Oh, was it the press night?
Yes.
For their
Bonaire.
Yes.
Sitting at the table, and I was like, oh, this is the time. I'm dressed. I feel confident, and I just sat at the table. We started talking, and your husband was there, and it was good vibes, and I was like, I like this. And then from there, we were like, let's have a conversation. We had lunch, and we've been following each other ever since.
Yes, so. That's right. Absolutely, yes. I remember your hair was so beautiful that day. And I think I asked you, I think you made what you had on or something, and I was like, what? Yeah. So I was definitely intrigued and thought how beautiful you were and how stylish you were. Yes. And then I found out you were going to be in the show. You were one of the designers in the Foster show, and I was like, oh, super excited to see that. And then of course you killed the show. And
thank you.
I was like, I remember at the end, one of the girls had on this outfit, and I was like, I need that. I need that. And you're like, oh, I got you. I'm like, okay.
Could have had anything off of that list. You say it, yes.
Yes. I was so excited. Okay, so cool. And so let's talk about sustainability in your brand. Let's talk about you first, and then your brand.
Me is... Honestly, I love myself because I'm always transitioning, I'm always changing, and my life kind of gears that for me. It kind of forces me to, but it's also right now in this chapter that I'm in, it's like actualization and realizing who I am and standing on that. So a lot of that I've been doing with my brand, but now it's really being solidified, and it's really important to me to have a community and to create community and to influence community to be more sustainable, but also individualism within the community where we can help each other become our best selves. And that's kind of where the shirts come from, Save Yourself. It's just about, knowing yourself and standing for that, and also remembering we're pieces of wholes. So we're small parts of a whole culture that can move forward, and sustainability, when it pertains to that, is about doing things that withstand time. So we have to be able to know ourselves and be good to ourselves so that we can be good to others, and we can influence that within our communities, and we can see a real change.
I love that. So with your brand, is everything sustainable? Do you only find things and remake them, or do you have several processes?
So it's several processes, but that's at the forefront. It's important to me to have eco packaging or eco-friendly packaging, and even for the shirts, they're not used shirts, but they are made with 50% recycled materials and things like that. So it's just I try to put it into everything, and with more time everything will be eco-friendly. But it is a process, especially trying to find the right materials that still give you that quality feel. So there's the shirts, and then we also do like everything in the secondhand. So when I remake things, I'm using secondhand items. And I'm making them into new things.
I love that.
So that's one thing. And then we also have the custom side where, people are bringing me things and they want them revamped. So we got,
I love that.
Colors.
Yes. And you had 3. And 3 is my number.
Yeah.
If you know anything about me.
Yes.
So I love that. See, 3's a good, that's that Trinity. It's going to work. It's going to work. Yes. I love it. I love that.
I love it too.
Okay. I didn't know about the 3rd one. I love that. Where you take something someone already has, and then so do they already know what they want, or do you kind of help them, or is it a combo?
It's a combo. Typically people are like, I have this thing, I don't know what to do with it. I'm like, I got it. Like, I like the print, or I like the fabric, we can change it into this. Or they may say that they have a sentimental value. Like one person came to me and she had these vests from her mom, and we made them into pillows, like completely different, but now she can see it in a different way, and still has like the collar in it, where you can see the collar, and it becomes more of a sentimental piece that you can use as functional. And that's the biggest thing with sustainability as well, like being able to use something not just for its aesthetic, but it has purpose, it has function.
I love that. I love that. Okay, that's awesome. I know I have a lot of stuff I need to bring to you.
Typically everyone does.
Yeah, we always have, and that's such a good way, because that really is sustainable. Instead of going out and get something new, you could take something you already have that maybe you could be even tired of it, or it doesn't fit, and then have you repurpose it into something. So can you see right away, that should be this? Or sometimes.
It truly is a gift. Like even with that dress at the even the press event, that was my aunt's dress, and it was long and didn't have that slit in it, and it wasn't fitted, but I saw it, and I saw something else, because on the page you can see how like the inspo works, and it's like, I have something like that. I can do this. Exactly. So it becomes super easy, and after a while, like it's kind of my creative process. Like
I love that. Did you teach yourself how to sew? Did you take classes?
For the most part, I started actually when I was a kid. Like I just would draw clothes. I would play in clothes. Like I just always loved clothes. And I grew up in foster care, so all of the things that I really had were my clothes. So for a long time, it just came like, I would have clothes, we'll do something with it, I would pin it up or do something. And then high school came, and I was adopted at that point, and I just started doing it for other people. But at 11, I was asking for a sewing machine. Like I was begging for one. I got one for Christmas, and it changed my life.
I love that. I love that. That's something I wish I would have taken up. Is sewing.
I think we all have our gifts. I mean,
my mom's an amazing seamstress, and I never wanted to learn. Like, I think she tried to show me maybe once, but I was like, nah, I don't have time for that.
I didn't either. For a long time, I was like, I don't want to be a fashion designer. My adopted mom was like, go for fashion design. I'm like, no, I want to go for the business. And I'm glad that I did. I'm glad that I did, because I have a merchandising degree. So now I know the business aspect of it, and the design part, I just like having fun with it. And I mean, as more time goes by, I'm learning by trial and error, and Men's Warehouse. So I am learning what I need to know. And everything.
I think that's so important. I mean, that's my other job, is I teach fashion marketing, so in merchandising. So I'm like, you need the business side too. So I have to come. You talk to my students.
I'm there for it.
All right, so. Do you think fashion impacts the planet?
Absolutely. I think it's actually one of the biggest things that, is deteriorating our planet, honestly, because it's so much waste for clothes. Capitalism kind of teaches us that we need to fit in with trends, and we need to buy to look like the celebrities, look like, anybody. But, we have the power, and that's why Bad Joy is so important to me, to really focus in on maybe why we want those looks and how we can make them either more affordable or more sustainable, because it's definitely possible. no one's really doing like the highly manufactured sustainable wear or anything like that. So it is a little bit harder and it's a slower fashion, but with time I definitely feel like it can grow and become more mainstream.
Absolutely. I agree. I think that I hope we're not forced, but I feel like if we don't do something soon, we may be forced to have to slow down. You know, and I think we're kind of getting to that point. So whenever I see a brand like yours that's about sustainability, I'm like, yes, we need more of this. We need more of this. And what you said is so true. We're programmed to think we need something new.
Absolutely.
We really are. I think I might have said on one of the episodes before that I remember I've always loved thrifting since I was little. I mean, it probably started with my biological father taking me to flea markets when I was, you know, in diapers. So I've always had a love, but it wasn't the cool thing. Like when I was in high school, it was you didn't, and I loved it. I didn't care. I mean, that's one thing I've always been is I don't care. So I mean, I would find all these crazy furs and bells and all this stuff.
The best
stuff.
So much character. So unique.
Exactly.
That's my favorite thing.
It's like a hunt, like a treasure.
Exactly.
Yeah, every time.
I people all the time are like, I can't take the time to do it. It takes too much time, or it smells like old people. And honestly, it does. And it does take some time. But you like the eye that you have and the creativity that you kind of create when you're putting these pieces together, and you see like how vintage clothes just used to be different quality. Oh yeah, it was so much better. So much better. And it's so like
that's why they're still around. Like they still in the stores and it's still intact.
I'm saying.
I'm
saying. And it's just I don't understand how people do it any other way.
I know. So, I've always, like I said, I have a love affair with it. Right now, I have to confess, I have too many things right now. So I've been purposely not going because I know I'm gonna find it. It would be no problem for me to walk out with so much stuff. So. But when I make some room by maybe repurposing some things, then I might be like, I'm good. But I do, because I like it, I do love going and seeing what I can find, you know. So I took my students, we did a field study where they had a challenge of putting an outfit together for $25. So I think I took them to the Salvation Army. And of course, I go in there and I can walk out with two things. I'm like, I'm not supposed to buy anything. Like, this is for them.
You're better than me. I have a whole trash bag.
That was restraint too. I was really, and I found a real rabbit. I know, which PETA or anybody I know. It was, and this lady was like, "Are you getting that?" Like she was eyeing it. She was eyeing it. I was like, So no, I definitely have to stay out for right now.
I get that.
All right. So what is chic to you?
Chic is owning it, and I was thinking about this actually. It's owning it, and I think we even have people, and I like when I said earlier, like following trends and stuff. I follow people because I do want to see how they're putting together.
Absolutely.
It challenges your creativity a bit. So when I see like this like pretty ugly kind of look, or just like it's like, why would you wear that? But it's like owning it, and like, you know, you're putting your makeup and, you know, you dress it how you want it, and it's you and it's confident. That's chic, because it's like you got it, girl. You got it.
I love that. Like you said, I don't feel like there's like a right or wrong. It's owning it. That is chic. Like you confident, something maybe you wouldn't even love, but you can see that they love it and they're confident. That's definitely chic.
Exactly.
Yeah. So okay. So the next thing is the cheat. I call it. It's a tongue twister. Chic cheat sheet. And that's basically little quick tips. Like, what could you give, you know, our viewers something that's like the little quick tips? You know, it could be anything. Wear a whatever, or do a, you know.
You know, I think the only one that comes to my mind is really get to know who you are. Really, like, nitty gritty, everything, the ugly, the beautiful, everything that you are, and that will exude in everything else you do, and you'll really find so much peace. One, two, creativity like really just starts to go, because when you know yourself, you know your little quirks, you know what makes you different and stand out, you're able to really just put that together in an outfit, you look just like you. You're unique and you're truly that way. And I think when you see people who are unique like that, you can't help but to think like, who is that person? What do they think about this? Like, and you can actually stand on that, and that's, you know, kind of where I'm at right now.
Yeah.
If I had heard that maybe a year ago, I would probably be in a different position, but it's definitely powerful stuff.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. Okay. So whatever you feel comfortable, because I know we can't share everything, what is next for you?
So next is building some more on the business. I've been doing a lot of custom pieces, but I'm thinking I really want to give something special to the community, and maybe some one-of-a-kind pieces that you can only get on the website exclusively. So there'll be more on that, but right now everything that we have is available on the website, badjoycustoms.com, and I really want that to grow. I want people to, follow the page, follow the website, and you'll see some pretty interesting things.
Okay,
for sure.
I love it. So that was my last question, was where to find you. So where they can find them. Say the website again.
badjoycustoms.com, and then Bad Joy Customs on Instagram.
Okay.
And then my personal page where I'm kind of influencing
Yes.
sustainability and share slaves. And all that will be in like the details, right?
Yes.
I know sometimes it's hard.
Yes, I love that. Okay, perfect. Well, this was amazing.
I'm glad.
I feel like it went by so fast.
It did.
It really did.
We could talk forever.
Yes, we could. Yes, I love that. So maybe you'll just come back and we can do it again.
I'll be
here. Yes. All right. Thank you guys so much. This is Chic Conversations. This is Tori and
Tushara.
Yes. And like I said, we will link everything in the description, and also just thank you. Please like, follow, and comment. Besitos.